Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Prabhu KB's YouTube channel. I am the CEO Managing Partner of Fibocan LLP. As you know, Fibocan is into the business of enabling wealth. We enable wealth through training, coaching, mentoring, helping clients devise their investment strategies through our technology, solutions and offerings. Many of our clients who have availed our services are in a position to make investment decisions without any emotions. In this video, we will be discussing about how the Indian markets performed last week, that is week ending October 22nd, and what we can expect from the markets in this week, that is starting on 25th of October, which is also a month-end week. On October 17th, Sunday, in our video, we are clearly mentioned that Bank Nifty is going to be a significant outperformer over Nifty. We said, looking at the technical structure of the markets, individual components and the overall Nifty and Bank Nifty components. In this week, in last week, what happened? Bank Nifty rose by around 2.5%. In fact, on Friday alone, it rose by 0.7%, but week 2.7%, while Nifty fell by 1.5% and fell by 0.3% on Friday alone. Nifty closed at 1811.114, while Bank Nifty closed at 4323 levels. Nifty is now, Bank Nifty on the daily chart, it is now above the 161.8 and 261.8 Fibonacci retracement, while in the weekly chart, it opened a gap up and moved above the upper band of the Bollinger and it stays there without forming any reversal candle. In fact, if it opens gap up on Monday, it is going to be a continuation pattern. That is what candlestick tells us. On the monthly chart, it is below 161.8. When we come to Nifty, while in the daily chart, it is moving away from the upper band and it is close to the middle band. On the weekly, while it is near the upper band, monthly also the headroom available for Nifty is limited. When we look upon the individual components of Bank Nifty first, Bank Nifty last week it was Kotak which stole the show, followed by ICICI Bank, and SBI also supported by 2.5%, while HDFC Bank was closed flat. However, the structure of ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank is such that there is enough headroom available in both the individual stocks to go up another 5 to 10% easily from these levels, probably in the next 2 months' time. SBI is reaching a saturation point, but still there is some headroom available. Axis Bank has headroom available. IndusInd Bank was a weak, in fact it closed 1% below the previous week. It looks weak. While Federal Bank was a super performer, AU and Bandhan Bank also did well for the week. On the financial front, HDFC rose by around 3.5%, while Bajaj Finance is in a downward trend from a Bajaj Fin standard, not from other stocks or other markets perspective, but by its own standard it is in a downward trend, while Bajaj Finserv is also going sideways. Reliance, last week Reliance fell by around 2.5%. However, the long-term up move is intact, and on the daily chart it is just above the middle band. So we have to see how on Monday the markets react to its results, and it has two chances: either it can go up or go down below the middle band, but I don't expect much fall for Reliance from these levels. IT Pack, we can categorize the IT into three buckets, which I have been doing last week. Techem on one side, which is a super duper performer, and you have Mphasis, Wipro and Mindtree, which fell relatively lower, to Infy, which fell. In fact, it closed in the week forming a shooting star. If it opens gap down and goes below, it is sure to go by another 3 to 4% level, which is the opening of the monthly opening for this month. Whereas the poor performers or underperformers are TCS and HCL Tech. HCL is looking dangerously weak, which I have been reiterating time and again. TCS on the other hand, though it has fallen significantly for this week and for the month, it is in such a level there in the monthly chart, it is just touching the exponential moving average. On the weekly, it is just above the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement. On the daily, it is between the below the 161.8 but above the 261.8 Fibonacci retracement. All these things indicate that there might be some technical up move that can happen in TCS, as well as also some up move we can expect in INFI, while HCL might support. And the consumer goods, terrible. Consumer goods, the terrible for the entire week. All the stocks, we can name any of the stocks, there is no need to go into individual stocks. Everything fell by 8 to 10%. In fact, ITC this week alone, it fell by 8%. In spite of it, it formed a shooting star, meaning the opening in the monthly chart, the opening and closing for this month is more or less at the same level. That means we can understand the significance of this fall in the weekly chart. Berger is looking weak because it is below the 200-day moving average, and I am not seeing any reversal, whereas Asian Paints, it managed to sustain and lever also above the 200-day moving average. And Asian Paints in particular, I see some reversals happening in the 60-minute time frame, which is giving some comfort that there can be some reversal happening, which was truly reflected in a doji star candle that it formed on Friday. On Monday, it has to open, gap up and form a bullish confirmation for it to say that the downward trend at least is arrested for the short term. Automobile front, here again we can categorize the automobiles into three categories. TVS is looking extremely superb stock, it rose by 6%, and Tata Motors is flat, while Bajaj Auto, Escorts and Maruti fell less than 4% for the week, while Hero Motor looked the weakest, followed by M&M and Eicher as well. Metals this week was poor performing, one of the poor performing index was metal stocks. However, in spite of this big fall in this week, for the month as a whole, still the metal stocks are up anywhere between 9% to 9% or flat in some cases, or even 12% in the case of Vedanta, 9% Jindal Steel. So hence, metals, there is weakness in the short term, but long term trend looks up. However, if this trend were to continue, next month it can form a reversal in the monthly chart, and metal packs will start cracking starting November or December onwards if that happens. Hence, we have to exercise caution in metal stock from a technical perspective. These are all purely from a technical perspective. Finally, two more stocks. Bharati, it is moving up nicely on the upper band on the monthly chart, which is a positive indicator for anyone, and one can think of investing from a long-term perspective. And Adani Ports, it was down 6.3% for the week, while it is looking weak in the daily as well as in the monthly chart also. We have dissected the individual components, integrating now into Bank Nifty and Nifty. What we can expect from Bank Nifty and Nifty? As I mentioned, Bank Nifty is in an upward trend. On the weekly, it is above the upper band. Hence, it is going to have a continuation pattern. So, it might touch 41K. However, I don't expect that to close around that level. It should be somewhere between 39,700 levels above, probably 4,400 or 500 levels. Somewhere it should hover around this range for this week. Nifty on the other side, while 1879 or so, it can go down. It should not go below those levels. Somewhere around that level, it should take support, and it should move above from that levels, and the upside is capped maximum 18,400, looking at all the technicals, because the individual components are not supporting it excepting financials. Tomorrow we will be putting video for global markets. Thank you very much for watching this video.